Hey guys, outside again. It's been raining all day, but now it's sunny and warm and beautiful, so I thought I'd make my rounds and water my plants that are under the covered porch that need water because it's so hot they get very limp as the day goes on. And just need a little fresh air. There's nobody here yet, but I don't want to make this intro long and boring and not having to do with the topic for those who watch it after the live. I have better service now with my phone. Oh, I hear my dogs. That means Jax is in my room bothering them. Hi, guys. I think that my live videos are better now because we've updated the service on my phone. So hopefully you guys can hear me clearly and there's no breaking up. But if I do start to break up, let me know. I'll try to keep my eyes on the comments. I love live videos because I can just hop on here, share my heart, hop off, and it's there. I don't have to edit or take time for filming and all of that. So I was just thinking, a lot of people share conversations they have with friends or family that kind of talk down to the fact that they're a homemaker. They either imply that it's unfulfilling or come right out and say how they don't understand why they would want to be a housewife, or just tell them straight out, like, I could never be fulfilled in that role. What do you do all day? You know, we've talked about this stuff before, my fellow homemakers. And I was going to say very seldom, but I'll just say never are homemakers praised for their role. On the contrary, women in every other role are praised. And I don't think there's anything wrong with those women being praised, but I do think there's a sad, just weird, no one will praise a housewife for some weird reason. I think that for whatever reason, it makes people feel judged, and so they can't be put on the spotlight or praised or uplifted. Hopefully your husband and your children and your close family is uplifting you, but you know, there's no thank you, one blessed mama. I love my hat. It's really nice because it's open up here, so I don't have my hair like making me sweat. But you know, public praise for homemakers is not really something you're gonna see or hear about, and it's okay. I'm not saying we need to do that, but hey, if you want to, go for it. If your husbands want to, let them. But I just feel like we need to really encourage each other and keep truth on the forefront of our own minds and speak into each other's lives, because the voice is so loud. Kathy says, I have been a homemaker for 33 years and I still, hold on. I still love it. But I dealt with the, I could never do that, or what do you do all day? Yeah, I think we all do to some extent in some way or another. Exactly, one blessed mama. All the praise comes from the Lord. He sees what we do, even if no one else sees it, and even if no one else admires it or praises it, we're doing it unto the Lord, and He sees it. And I think it's a high, beautiful calling. And I've talked about all that in many other videos. I'll post the link below. But I just wanted to encourage you today specifically about just like the mundane tasks that pretty much encompass all of homemaking. Like, we do the mundane. We get up, we make breakfast, we clean up after breakfast, and I'll just tell you my schedule. We make, and yours can be different in a different order, but mine is Bible time right after breakfast. Then I get some chores done myself and have the children do some chores. Then when it's summertime, we might have a free, some free time or a play date at that point. But when it's school time, then we do school at that point. And then we take a break and have lunch. I have to prep lunch, and I have to clean up lunch. And then we do more school or more whatever we're doing in the summer, swimming outside, outdoor work, weed whacking, whatever, you name it, then we usually take another break, have some more snacks or food of some sort, which I prepare. Whoa, surprise, surprise. And then clean up after. And I like to exercise at some point as well. I like to read to the boys and have some sit down intentional time with them where I'm interacting and chatting with them, finding out what's on their heart, on their mind, what they're doing. I don't like to just be separate from them all day, us doing our own thing. So I bring us back together and regroup quite a bit throughout the day. And then there's more, another time slot where probably more free at this point. Then our evening chores kick in. We all work together, dinner preparation, dinner cleanup, a few more chores with our dogs and guinea pigs and stuff like that, tidying up rooms, closets, showers, hangout time, reading time, whatever. And then it's devotions and bedtime. And then we get up and do it again. And yes, different seasons provide different opportunities. Right now it's summer. And so we see friends a lot more. We're swimming a lot more. We have a lot more free time in between our chores and things that we have to get done because there's no schoolwork. So that work's missing, which is nice. But we're still structured and intentional, especially after the first month of summer. The first month of summer, there is no structure. It's just celebration, go crazy. But now we're like into summer and I can only handle that no structure for so long. But I just wanted to encourage you, like, the mundane is the backbone to your family. It is the always there, can always count on. There's so much power in the mundane. Without the mundane, all the adventures and journey wouldn't happen. It couldn't happen because that could only last so long before you crash and burn. But when you have mama, us ladies, being willing to put in the time day after day after day, and it requires faithfulness and devotion to be willing to carry on the mundane every single day. And that is what communicates to the family, I am here. I am always here. You can count on me. I am here to serve, to bless, to help. That's what you're communicating when you hold down the ship. Is that the word or the saying? And I take so much pride and so much honor in that. And whenever you feel tempted to think life is boring or unfulfilling, just remember, some of the things we've already said on this video, that God sees you, but also you are providing a consistent support system that allows your family to thrive because you are so consistent and devoted. And I've heard so many stories, story after story after story, of women a little older than me, of grandmas sharing these stories where they ask their kids, or their grandchildren, what is the best memories of your childhood? And they're expecting to hear, we went to that lake house every summer and we went fishing every weekend, or all the camping we did and all the play dates we had, or whatever, the trip to Disney every year. This is what they're expecting to hear. And they all tell me the same thing, that the answers from the kids are always the mundane things. The things that happen organically and naturally when you provide the opportunity. If you're always go, 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 what can I fill my life with? What can I fill my kids' life with? Giving into the pressure and the guilt that they have to have something going on all the time, or they're going to be bored or unhappy, which, by the way, being bored is good for kids. I talk about that in other videos. It expands the imagination and forces them to be creative and do something. But all these mamas and grandmas tell me the same thing, that the mundane is what the kids say they loved and meant the most to them. When you would read to me every day, or when we would sit on the patio and talk, or, oh my goodness, I think my rice is on fire. I just forgot I had something on the stove. Good grief. I'm crazy. So anyway, the fact that I smell it outside is not a good sign. So see, I'm supposed to be cooking rice, but instead I'm talking to you guys. But that really is the gist of what I wanted to communicate to you guys is, yep, my rice is burning. Check it out. You see why I don't do YouTube videos every day? Because make me burn stuff. Oh no! All right, I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. So, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Come here. So, that's the gist of what I wanted to encourage you with today is don't. Oh, and you know what else got me thinking about all this? Just the lies from the world. But I was also thinking a lot about my past experience, which generally overall was a great experience in direct sales. And I still do direct sales. I love the product I sell. I love the company that I work for, Juice Plus. I love it. I have no regrets being a part of the company or selling the product or taking the product or giving the product to my children and my husband. I love it, love it, love it. I have no regrets. But one of the things that I always hated was when I would go to the conferences, the women that would get up there and share their stories, they were trying to inspire women, and I think it's fine to inspire women, but it was always targeted at housewives. And it was always the same old speech. I felt like I had no purpose in life. I wasn't fulfilled. And then this company came into my life, and then I found purpose. And I'm just like dying in the audience, wanting to stand up and scream, like, what are you talking about? The most wonderful purpose you could ever want was right in front of you. And I understand the temptation to not find it fulfilling because the world is screaming that at us, that what we're doing is not important. So I just remember like what a intentional target to housewives, giving them this speech, preying on the emotions of the natural emotions of housewives' struggles and luring them into this company, promising, and this is not just this company, I feel like every company does this, promising that they would find fulfillment and meaning and purpose now that they can sell something and change someone's life instead of change their kids' lives, change their husbands' lives, you know? So that's really, I was thinking about that yesterday, and it kind of just brought all this to mind. And my pastor talks about being faithful in the mundane pretty often, and it's just, I'm just like, yeah, that's a housewife's life, is the mundane, with an occasional adventure, which is great. I welcome it, but the mundane keeps the family going. It's the backbone, it's the support. And even when your kids get older, don't be tempted to believe they don't need you. They may be more self-sufficient, but they need you. They need you so much. I think even when they're in high school and they're about to graduate, knowing that mom is there, ready, available for them, is meaningful. If you just say, all right, it's my turn, guys, I'm going to go do whatever I want now, you're not available, you're not there. And they won't come to you because you're gone, you know? So I just want to encourage you, don't test everything you hear. If something sounds inspiring to you, double check. Is that biblical? It sounds really great, but is it biblical? I've experienced it, I've felt it, but is it biblical? Is it right thinking or wrong thinking? Check it all before you take it in and adopt it and go for it and let yourself go down that road, because very often it feels good, it sounds good, it makes sense, other people can relate, and so you take it and you don't ever stop and say, wait a minute though, would God agree with this? Because if the answer is I don't know or no, then you need to be sure. It's probably he doesn't, honestly, and you need to refresh your memory of what he says and let that be your worldview in all areas. There's a lot of chat. I'm going to see what's up, and then I'll be hopping off because I'm at 15 minutes. Everyone's so sweet. I have been a homemaker. I read that one. That's right. Treasures in heaven. Even if people don't see what we're doing, the Lord does. I love being home with my son. My husband and I are praying for the capacity for me to be a stay-at-home mother. I'm dreading the end of my maternity leave. Yeah, there's a lot of women that think they'll go back to work, and when that baby's born, it's like, what was I thinking? I want to stay with you forever. That is your natural maternal instinct kicking in, and I hope and pray that you guys will do what you got to do to keep you home with that baby. There is nothing better for him than to have his mama be his primary caretaker. As someone who's losing their husband to lung cancer, the mundane sounds peaceful. I'm so sorry. Love your video. Make me feel better. Happy, miss my God. Wish had sister wives to think like myself and to live and dress in the old-fashioned lifestyle. I do other things on my channel. Also talk about religious vintage clothing. Ooh, interesting. Life with Sheila. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Life with Sheila. Obscurity. All right. Well, the Lord answered my prayers just now. I was literally crying to him about not being appreciated by my husband for being a homemaker, and I turned on my phone and your video was playing. I'm sorry, Marianne. I know the feeling, but what I tell myself is I'm doing this for the Lord, right? And even if we go unappreciated and unacknowledged, God sees. And so find comfort and encouragement in that. And I believe with all my heart that when we do this job unto the Lord, our husbands will see it. And even if they don't say it, they know. It's just hard to remember to say it sometimes. I think I'm going to leave you guys there, but God bless you all so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're encouraged.